Alright, so I'm testing a couple GoPro things here, trying to find out if maybe I figured out this heating problem. I don't know. So let me explain what I got here. So I bought a Samsung Evo 128 gig SD card. I had a Lexar in there before, which is supposed to be one of the ones supported by the camera. Something isn't right. So what we're doing now, and I'll check back periodically, is we got it set to I got it set to record, just facing the wall here. I want to see if it does the timeout or any of that stuff. I got the no battery in there. I just want to see how much heat builds up here. I got my power bank there, and I got plenty of juice on it, so we're ready to rock and roll. I should get somewhere in the neighborhood of, if it's not going to heat up, about 30 minutes or so of recording time, which is what my target is. So this is inside, controlled environment. We're doing this test first, and then we're going to do a test outside and see what we get either way. Now, we've already seen the performance on the Lexar, so I'm not gonna put that back in there because we already know that it heats up with that. So hopefully this Samsung Evo card actually does the trick. Let me show you what I got though, just in case somebody else is having the same problem and this does happen to work. Let me show you what I got. Alright, so this is the card that I had bought. It's 128 gig Evo Plus. It's 100 megabit up to 100 megabit per second read speed, 60 megabit per second write speed. So we're going to let this sit for a little bit and see what kind of performance hopefully we gain out of this. And like I said, we'll check back periodically, a few minutes in or whatever, see where it's at, see what it's doing, and then we'll just wait for it to overheat or for it to do whatever it's going to do. So let's just get it going here. So I turned it back on. Your GoPro turned off due to previous session because it was too hot. Okay. Let's see if we can find out. I don't know where to go to view everything. So 24 minutes is all it lasted. 24 minutes. Okay, I mean, that's not bad, I guess, but it's still not great. I don't know why it's overheating so bad. So now that was on 4K, 120 frames per second. So let's see if we can switch this out, change it to 4K, I don't know, standard, okay? And we'll let it completely cool off, so we're going to power it off for right now. Yeah. Okay, we'll power it off, give it a few minutes to set here, and then see if maybe that does any difference here. So it's pretty warm, and I'm not even using the media mod. I've got no battery in there, and this damn thing is still going, like lava hot on me. So let's see what we can figure out here. So as you can see, I'm still chasing heat issues with this thing here. So frustrating here. I thought I had it all figured out. Did the battery mod, did the labs thing on it, and it still gets just blaring hot. So instead of doing the 60 frames per second 4K, I still want to use the 120 because I like to do slow-mo and stuff like that. But I think what I want to try to do is I want to try to turn the hyper smooth down a little bit. I'll put it on standard. It was originally set for high. And I'm going to look and see if there's any other features I can turn off here. We're also going to put the media mod back on just to see if there's any possibility that, I don't know, maybe it can help it out. I don't know. So we're just kind of testing here. So okay, so we got the media mod back on. It's has no battery in it. It's all cooled down. Let's see if we can get him to fire up. Okay, she fires up. Features activated. TUSB. GoPro Labs firmware, blah blah blah. All right, let's see if see what it'll do. I got it set on cinematic 4K 120 frames per second, and I got the hyper smooth turned down to standard. It was originally on high, so we'll see if this does anything at all for it. See how long we can get this video to run for and before it ever heats. Alternatively, I have a Dragon Touch that I used to use all the time. This is a Vista 5. It does 4K. Now granted, it is not the same kind of 4K as that. It does a really good job shooting video, and maybe there's something here in the settings, so I'm going to tool around with this for a minute. I'm also going to set this to the side and just let it record against the wall or something too, to see just how long this thing goes for. This is an older camera. It's been tried and true for me. It used to be the one I used for everything on my videos. I used to use it for ghost hunting and the whole 9 yards. I actually have another one up there that I took apart that has some issues that I don't know. It's got some major issues, but this one here is the Vista 5, and we're going to do the same thing here that we're doing over there, just to see if there's any difference, or we can get this thing to do what that one's doing, or this one can last longer, or whatever. We're just kind of testing here, guys. Okay, so I got a power source for this little guy here. I have it hooked up to my, I don't know, 3 or 4-in-1 cable here, because it doesn't really need high power or whatever. And the video resolution right now is set on 2.7K, so we're going to change that. We're going to go up to 4K. Okay. And image stabilization, we'll turn that on. Let's see. Yeah, that's all we're going to really do here. So we got 4K, 30 frames per second, and we're going to go ahead and start the recording on this. And just see how long this thing will go. I don't have a stand for it, so we're going to set it to the side here. Kind of just pull the cable up over there and just see if we can tell about how long it goes before it gets hot. And there again, I don't have it sitting on a stand or nothing, so we'll just see what happens here. Okay, so I moved the Vista 5 or whatever, and it's on 8 minutes and 10 seconds or whatever. The GoPro already shut off, so it's kind of warm right now, but let's see if we can see how long it went for. Making sure our power is on the front, which it is now. It actually shut off on me. So let's see if we can see how long this went for. Turned off because it was too hot. Yes, we know. So let's see if we can.
And I got the hyper smooth turned.
Okay, so that went for 20 minutes and 52 seconds. Okay, that's less than it was before. So we're going to delete that one. I don't really need to keep any of those. And we're going to shut them all down again. Actually, before we do that, maybe go back, do something. Okay. We'll go from cinematic to standard. Now, so what that did was I went from 120 frames per second to 60. I'm going to shut it down, let it cool off again. Okay. In the meantime, we're going to see what kind of time we get out of this. It does have a little heat to it, but it's nothing like what the GoPro was. So we'll just see how long this thing goes here, and so I can do a little bit of a comparison. Okay, so now we had the Dragon Touch shut off, I suppose for heat. So let's see if we can turn it back on. I'll turn the power on here. See if we can tell how long. Oh, the SD card was full, that's why. Okay. See if we can see how long. See, it's those 3 videos. Actually more than that. So let's just, there's 8 minutes and 31 seconds. 8 minutes 31. Minutes 31. So 7:57, so that's basically 8. 8.5. 8.5. 8.5. 8.5. 6. Okay, so there's 6 8.5s and 1 7.5. So let's see what that would be. Alright, so I did some quick math here on the computer. 59 seconds, or 59 minutes, I'm sorry. So 59 minutes, and it's shut off because the SD card is full. It did get warm, but what we're going to do now is we're going to go out of all this and menu's kind of slow on it, guys. Select all of them and delete. And yes, we're going to delete them all. Okay. So that was almost an hour of recording time, so that's actually very good. You're probably asking why I don't use this in place of the GoPro. Well, the GoPro actually gives you a better video quality, but man, you can't beat the time that you get on these. So maybe I'm going to look for a better settings or something like that and give it a little bit of a vamp and see if I can start using this more often. In the meantime, we're ready to set and test our next GoPro experiment. So, okay, so now we're going to go into the quality here. I really don't want to change much. Let's go back to 120, but instead let's go over here and change the let's get the go over here and change. I can get it to, there we go. We'll turn the hyper smooth completely off. See if that does anything at all. No duration limit, no zooms, any of that stuff. Everything's set on standard, the regular ISO. Got the media mod on, and upper right is set for hyper smooth, but we don't have hyper smooth on. As you can see, we got it off. So let's try to see how long we can get out of that one. Okay, this just shut off again for heat. Let's see how much we got on it. I can figure out. I don't know. So we got 24 minutes and 24 seconds. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best I can get here right now. We'll do some more testing, see if maybe we can take the mod off and get something better. So let's try that. Okay, now we're back to no media mod, 4K, and we're going to change that down to, well, we'll leave it at 120 because we have the hyper smooth off. Hyper smooth is off. Okay, so we'll try this one out. That was kind of hard to see. See how long that makes it. And that's without the mod, sitting there on the tripod against the wall. So we'll see how long this goes. Alright, we're going to see what this one did here. Turned off because it was too hot. Wow. Alright, so let's see if we can tell. If I can get, there we go. So we got, well, that's an improvement. 33 minutes. Okay, that's better. So without the case, and we're on 4K. What are we on? 4K, 120 frames. Okay, so maybe that's where we need to be at. It's still only 33 minutes, but I mean, that's definitely an improvement. So I'm just like many of you here. I'm just chasing the problems here with the GoPro. I really want this thing to work so bad. It does such good quality. I can't keep this thing cool. I've been working on a 3D design for this thing here. It's nowhere near finished. It's a set of fans and things like that. So I don't know if I'll get it finished anytime soon, but I could definitely use it. So stay tuned. We may have another project in the works. I don't know. I'm contemplating just getting rid of this damn thing and getting me a DJI Osmo 3 probably. The GoPro is just not cutting it anymore. And 33 minutes for what I paid for all this, it's pretty bad. So yeah, I don't really know how I feel about it. Trying not to make a doom and gloom video here. I mean, 33 minutes, that is an improvement, and that's not too terribly bad. But still, I know if I get this thing out in the sun, which we're going to do next, it's probably going to perform worse. So we'll try to do that next. Alright, so after giving it much thought and playing around with this quite a bit, done different modes and stuff, I think the best I've been able to get now was 30 something minutes, and it's just not good enough. I'm just going to get rid of this, and I think I'm going to go with a DJI Osmo 4 camera. I just think that's where I need to be at. I don't want to have to worry about overheating and all that kind of jazz. So, you know, it's unfortunate that I couldn't find an answer to this here, but it is what it is. Originally, this was going to be a much longer video. I thought I had some solutions going on. I thought I was going in the right direction, but, you know, no matter how you look at it, 33 minutes just is not long enough. So I'm still going to keep the Dragon Touch Vista 5 or whatever it is I got over there. It seems to be a good camera. Obviously the quality isn't the same as the GoPro, but I can still use it for other action shots and stuff, just like what I used to use all the time. Plus I have a fantastic camera on my Samsung Galaxy Note 9 and my S23 Ultra. So, you know, I mean, those work great too. It's just unfortunate I hate using a phone for everything. It'd be nice to have an action camera, but, you know, it is what it is, and we're just going to work through it and try the DJI.
Here we go again.